It's Judy, Japan, and Jonesy bringing you the recipe for one good ass French time. Some of the hottest topics, a pinch of good vibes.
Stop. You ain't gonna disrespect me like that. Japan ain't here, okay? You'll put some respect on my name, all right? Let's go ahead and rewind. Let's go ahead and rewind. Let's go ahead and rewind.
Alrighty, come on, from the top. You ready?
You're gonna do me like that on live.
Tell me when you're ready.
Yo, I'm waiting on you to get it right.
Judy, Tap, and Jonesy bringing you the recipe for one good ass French time. Some of the hottest topics, a pinch of good vibes and humor, a handful of raw and uncut opinions, and a whole lot of passion. Be sure to tune in every Wednesday on Facebook Live, and on Fridays you can catch the podcast version on all podcasting platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. This episode of Brunch Time is sponsored by Black & Studios and Sugar Beauty. Be sure to check them out on Facebook and Instagram. Japan is on the way, guys. But in the meantime, Jonesy.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jonesy. And today on Brunch Time on our menus, we all got something black owned, black made. You know, Jonesy came through with the chili, the homemade chili.
Didn't share it with nobody.
Hey, I was coming to the school.
Yeah, I know. Chill out, Libras. Dang. Chill out, Libras.
For our hot topics, we have Derrick Scott. That video has resurfaced. Our Black Lives Matter Oklahoma chapter has, lobbied for that video to be released. And was his death, what was the cause of his death? Did it have anything to do with the police officers involved? And then Jada is the inventor of a new word called entanglement. Hashtag entanglement, hashtag Black Lives Still Matter, hashtag police brutality, hashtag Derrick Scott, hashtag August, hashtag Aug, hashtag Will, hashtag Jada, hashtag entanglement. So I jumped ahead, I jumped the gun and started talking about food. I tripped up a little bit, but I, do have some homemade chili. Disregard my plating skills.
Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with the plating skills. Ain't nothing wrong with it, brother.
I ate a chicken pot pie, and, I don't have a microwave, so I just threw my chili inside the chicken pot pie in and then put it in the air fryer for that smack.
Ooh. The chili inside the air fryer?
You got to be innovative.
You might be on to something right there. You might be on to something.
Judy, what you got over there?
Listen, what I have is black ball, okay? Because
okay.
We go through this every week now. Listen, so I got some tacos from the taco truck, best taco truck ever, and yeah, it's up there. And then I got a margarita in an icebox. It started getting hot because we was running around a little bit.
What's going on, Japan? Representing.
Good world. It's your boy Japan. Of course, I'm late in the land, representing all the gays. Don't forget the BL Trade, Trish, and of course, our lovely fish. And speaking of lovely fish, aka Queens, Miss Judy with two bars, honey. I'm loving this bar. Okay.
Thank you.
I see you. So afternoon world, afternoon tab, evening tab, evening Jonesy. How y'all doing today?
Evening. Doing good.
What up?
That's
Nothing. We were just talking about what we eating. And I'm eating something black ball, which is some tacos, carne asada tacos from Taco Truck. I wasn't gonna eat tonight, but then I was like, oh, okay, I gotta just eat for y'all. We're gonna start cutting down what I eat because since the girl's trying to get a little on the heftier side, and
hefty.
It's too hot out here.
So hefty, honey, you're just getting thick with two C's, okay?
Yeah, too many C's. You feel me? So
what happened to make you feel that way? Like, did you scratch your neck and then you scratch your chin at the same time?
No. Okay. So it just was so hot. Like, it just was so hot, and yeah, like you just be sweating everywhere, and it's too many creases and crevices, and no, too much.
Well, I wish you luck on your journey.
Thank you. What you eating?
Oh, listen. Well, what's good, world? Of course, it's your boy Japan, and I'm kind of real light. I'm kind of been feeling like Judy. I've been really just not necessarily weight wise, but just skin conscious and the way that I've been feeling. I don't really cook and I eat out a lot, so I'm gonna like today chips, munchies, cooking out in some alkaline water. I did try to Google like some black-owned snacks, FYI, and there's not that many black-owned snacks.
Yeah, not no Kahama.
Right, applesauce is one of them, but I couldn't find a specific applesauce, so I'm just going with some traditional. Add a little hot sauce in these bad boys, and they fire.
Hey.
Man, you kind of Twinkies. My last show kind of went a lot longer than I expected to go, so I didn't have no time to buy anything. So I had a bag of Doritos, sweet and spicy sweet chili. That was delicious.
That's a little shaking the table still. Don't sleep on the spicy sweet chili.
I know, don't sleep on it at all. But I am hungry, and it didn't hit. Yeah, that last show lasted about 2.5 hours almost. So.
Oh, dang, that was some good conversation.
Yes, it was. It was my other show. Check it out. Elby and Ivory right now. Go follow them on Facebook. Bam! I snuck that in there.
Big.
That was one of the podcasts, too.
Okay.
You said what?
What?
Okay, go.
They're also on Apple Podcasts, too.
Yeah, we everywhere.
That's where I listen to them.
So, Judy, where did you get these? Where was the taco truck located that you used?
The Taquilla Sanchez.
Oh, you went to the OG? Yeah, Taquilla Sanchez.
Down the street from the one down. Stop playing. You better
the blue one.
Oh, the one on 10th Street. Just say that then.
Black people.
You asking too many questions. My mouth is full. How you going?
Jonesy, how your chili hitting? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh,
I was trying to give you some more time.
My chili was smacking. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really... it's the ingredients that I had. Earlier, I had I made a chili cheese hot link, you know what I'm saying, using the chili that I made. So it smacked. It's sweet and spicy. And, when I start naming off the ingredients, people are going to turn their face up. But, when you add coffee, root beer, brown sugar, and baking cocoa, those are just some of the ingredients that you throw in there that have some fire chili. You don't really taste it, but it adds to the fullness of the flavor. Tab, you've had my chili before.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is good. I can't complain on it. Very delicious. Very live flavor. It's definitely a chili that I would sample.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, let's jump right into these topics. We have another I can't breathe scenario. This time it's in our own backyard in Oklahoma, where Derrick Scott he's arrested on, arguing with police officers. He had a weapon on him. They had to, kind of chase him down, take him to the ground. But in that process, he's saying that he can't breathe, and he ends up later dying from complications dealing with breathing. They said that there was...
We got the video.
Oh, let's go. My bad.
Man, you always forget.
The video.
It's cool.
The video.
Authorities have released body cam video of Derrick Scott's arrest from May of last year. It was one of the recent demands made by Black Lives Matter OKC.
The officers involved were later cleared of any wrongdoing. Now, we want to warn you before we go any further here. This video may be disturbing for some of you to watch. News 4's Emily Akins has been reviewing the footage and has the new reaction.
Do you have any weapons on you? Go and turn around for me. Go and turn around. Get down on the ground.
Body cam video showing the first interactions police had with Derrick Scott in May of 2019. Officers were responding to reports of a black man arguing with police and showing a gun. Moments later, an officer tackles Scott to the ground.
I can't breathe.
Stop resisting.
I can't breathe, please.
Hey, give me your hand.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I don't care.
That response of "I don't care" raising questions.
When he said it, I believed him. And that's problematic because that means that you're not a person who is not even acknowledging and is fine with saying, literally, when someone says, I'm in crisis, I don't care.
During the heat of a conflict like that, certainly that may be something an officer says. Just understand the officers are fighting with someone at that point.
Officers later finding that reported gun with Scott. A medical examiner's report showed Scott had asthma and there was meth in his system. At one point, Scott appears to beg for what looks like an inhaler next to him. Minutes later, Scott seems to be unconscious.
He's acting like he's unconscious. I don't know if he is.
Paramedics soon arrived and worked to get Scott on a stretcher.
We're gonna stand you up. Don't fight.
Stand up.
Whoa, no! Hey! Whoa!
Medics performed CPR before Scott was rushed to a hospital where he died. The medical examiner says multiple factors could have caused Scott to die, like a collapsed lung, drugs, asthma, and heart disease. His cause of death was ultimately ruled undetermined. Police say they believe officers followed policy.
I don't know that there's any more they could have done to monitor the suspect or do everything they could to ensure his health.
But leaders with Black Lives Matter say no matter the circumstances, this shouldn't have resulted in Scott's death.
You're sworn to protect and serve. I surely hope that they don't think that even in the heat of the moment situations makes it permissible or okay in any way to end up deceased.
Emily Akins, Oklahoma's News 4.
They said that the reason for the cause of his death was unknown. They said it could have been due to a collapsed lung, meth in his system, or I can't remember what the other thing was, but ultimately he had asthma. And as somebody who has asthma, you know, I'm pretty sure he had an acute asthma attack. You know, and that could tie into where, you know, they say his lungs collapsed. And in the video, it showed him asking, you know, can you just give me my medicine? I need my medicine. When it comes to asthma, it's not anything to play with. I had an acute asthma attack whenever I was in the 8th grade trying to run the mile, and I completely collapsed. So I know the feeling, you know, of just not having your rescue inhaler. So it's really likely that he died from, you know, having an asthma attack and they're not providing him medical attention, saying he's acting like he's fainted or he's acting like he's passed out, or when he says I can't breathe, you know, the officer's saying I don't care. I mean, I definitely think that they're partially at fault or mostly at fault for his death. I mean, if I'm just being honest, you have the ability to protect and serve, and you have the ability, your first instinct should be taking care of someone, keeping the whole thing safe and taking care of somebody else's life. I mean, Black people aren't disposable. You know what I'm saying? In those type of situations, it shouldn't be, oh, well, you know, he made me chase him, so now he doesn't have the same right, you know, to live as anybody else. But, you know, I digress. I pass the baton to whoever wants it.
I feel like that's just so disrespectful. I agree with y'all. Your job is to protect and serve, and for that man to stand up there in front of all of the people and say he feels that nothing else could have been done, I feel there was a lot of things that could have been done. He could have got off of him. Y'all could have called IMSA way long time ago. Somebody could have gave him his inhaler. The lady that was talking to him the whole entire time could have picked up his inhaler and pumped it in his mouth while he was laying on the ground until backup came or whatever the case may have been. But I feel like y'all getting away with just so much. Y'all literally getting away with murder, like literally. And it's okay because you got a badge. So yeah, it's not right. It's not right. Black lives will always matter, and y'all gonna be mad. Stay mad, like, but just stop killing these people.
100%. Yeah. What's the good world? It's your boy Japan, of course, representing all the gays across the land, and in this scene, representing all of my Black Lives Matter. My thought process on it is, one, this is something that's kind of, in my opinion, been going on for a while in Oklahoma. Our police officers are probably one of the worst, you know, in my opinion, in the United States. But it just kind of goes under the radar because a lot of people don't necessarily like complain about it, or it's not, you know, video servicing or things like that. So I will say here in Oklahoma City, it has been a problem. This particular situation is more so disgusting to me, and I want to bring awareness to it just because, again, it is in our own backyard, and it goes back to the exact same thing that we are fighting for George Floyd, which is, again, this technique of putting your, leg on their knee, which restricts their airways. The most interesting thing to me about this right now is it literally says under his death certificate, pretty much the cause of death, it says undetermined, because there's a multitude of things going on, whether he has a punctured lung or whether he actually has asthma, like you said, Jonesy. And they have like 3 or 4 different things that they listed that he had as preconditions, which is why his death is undetermined. So a human being who was walking, talking, breathing, yelling, asking for his medicine, mysteriously died in police custody from undetermined causes. If that isn't a huge red flag to America, I really don't know what is. So again, my biggest take on it, not to just harp on it, is, again, it's disgusting to the people that are watching this. This is something that's happening in our own backyard. Let's continue to protest. Let's continue to change the tide the way that we have, because at the end of the day, kind of like me and Tap said, I think it was last week, it's almost like that they're not learning a lesson. It's almost like it's retaliation, to be honest. And I just think that in a manner of retaliation, we have to continue and continue and continue to do what we need to do on the side of it to make a change, because again, we are making headway, but things like this definitely should not, be happening in any way, shape, or form. And I would like to see a hashtag get started for this gentleman. I would like to see a hashtag get started for OKC. And I definitely think that this is the time for Oklahoma City to actually stand up and hopefully do something about it, being that we already were doing protests and we already were doing different things about George Floyd. Let's do something about this situation and, make a change in Oklahoma City. So that's my take on the situation. Black Lives Matter.
What do you want the hashtag to say? I can start it.
Oh, okay. We can say, okay, so the hashtag should be Derrick Scott. Hashtag Derrick Scott.
And it's DEREK, right?
DERRICK, Scott. So everybody in the comments, let's share and hashtag Derrick Scott. Share, and then hashtag Derrick Scott in the comments. Vote. Let's get a little movement started.
Pin it.
Thank you.
Yes.
So yeah, those are my ending comments on it, y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree with everything you said. One of the things that I wanted to add was just simply there was a lot that they could have done. Even given the instance with George Floyd, where they said that it's in their training that they're supposed to turn people onto their sides, because anyone that is laying on their stomach and people on top of them, it, inhibits proper breathing. And so, they didn't do that. And I honestly just think that they need to stop getting, cowards, these positions. Teachers and police officers are some of the most prestigious positions that they give to just chum, to people who don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? They're giving people, the right to have a badge, and they're murderers, they're racists. They're giving teachers the ability to teach in, in our communities who hate the kids. All these kids don't listen. It is, that stop giving out these honors to people who just don't deserve them. That's where I rest. Anybody else got anything?
I have to come back to it. Long story short, I agree with that 110%. I just feel like as for police officers, there isn't enough training. The training is too short. And there also needs to be a little bit of more mental evaluation and then questionnaires to kind of determine are you actually racist? Are you actually prejudiced? Different things of that nature. So I definitely agree with that, and just more so saying that we need to figure out something more so in America for our police officers to better learn how to handle situations. Because also I'll say this too, a lot of the times these officers are scared. Some officers have a natural just sense to be scared of our African American brothers. Why? I don't know. But I just think that also needs to come into training on how to handle certain people and certain races and certain cultures as well too. So yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to go ahead and jump into a quick break. This episode of Brunch Time is sponsored by Black & Studios. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Black & Studios, and also follow Sugar Beauty. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this live feed.
Providing bankruptcy services throughout the state of Oklahoma, Bowler & Associates is a bankruptcy law firm based in Midwest City, Oklahoma. Their mission is to relieve you from threat of debt collectors, garnishments, repossessions, tax levies, foreclosures, and much more. Backed by more than 20 years of experience in the legal field, they excel in finding the quickest, most effective, and most affordable solution to all your legal and financial troubles. You can find them at Bowler Law on Facebook, and also visit their website at www.bowlerlawfirm.com. Reach them at 405-733-3000. You can also email them at bankruptcy@bowlerandassociates.com.
And we're going to go ahead and jump into our second.
Wait, Jonesy.
What's up?
I forgot. I had a song that we were supposed to come back to. Let me play it for y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement, an entanglement, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement, an entanglement, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August,
An entanglement
with August. I got into an entanglement with August.
An entanglement
with August, with August, with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August.
I don't care what no one says. That's a cut.
You hear me?
That's a cut.
Give me some Hennessy. I'm jigging in the club. Okay.
You can go follow him at iMarkKeyz. That's IMARKKEYZ. Just Google him. You follow and support him. Man, first I heard this, I was like, "Oh, this I can't help but to move."
Okay.
My shoulders.
That was can't be like the coronavirus song.
My shoulders are moving without me wanting them to move.
Okay.
But
Oh, child, that story. Goodness, her Red Table Talk was.
I got that video.
We don't get there in a minute, but I gotta hear what y'all gotta say.
Man, you heard me.
So I got a lot to say about this Red Table Talk. Y'all feel differently than I do.
Are we gonna play the video first, or are we gonna talk about it?
We just played the video.
I guess pretty much we did, yeah, huh?
Yeah, I mean that
really summed it up, didn't it?
Well, John, give him a backstory.
Well, I got the bigger version of the video.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay.
We know, Judy.
Friendship with August, and we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with him just needing some help. You know, me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when Aug first came around, he was really sick.
He was really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. And I mean, we found all those different resources, you know, to help pull him through. And from there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over.
We were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. And one thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, you know, the only person that could give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably.
Yeah.
And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
I think so. I mean, because this is your red table, and you like brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely. I was in a lot of pain, and I was very broken. Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible.
So we come into the red table. So I'm in the Jada position right now. So you know, you during that time launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with my codependency, which is another thing that I had to learn to break in the cycle. Just that idea of needing to fix and being drawn to people that need help, whether it's your health or whether it's your addictions. There's something about that childhood trauma that feels as though it can be fixed through fixing people versus fixing me.
Yeah.
And I think that that whole process with Aug really showed me that and taught me that. And I'm really grateful for that lesson.
I feel like that husband, like I'm with you at the press conference. And that husband, now I got to be with you at the press conference while you like tell the world about your transgressions.
Well,
like I love my baby. I'm gonna stand by my baby no matter what.
Well, you know, I definitely understand why it would look that way or feel that way, but I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all. Through that particular journey, I learned so much about myself and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity, and I was really able to do some really deep healing. You know, and as I came through and started to realize certain things about you and I, he decided to break all communication with me, which was totally understandable. And I let that be.
All right. So we had a big part of that interview. How do I feel? Do I feel that Jada told the truth at the table? She told a half truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she told the truth, the complete truth. I think Will was not upset. You know what I'm saying? Just because the truth of the matter is, if he was real tight or if he was really upset about the August Alsina, thing, he wouldn't be with her right now. Because I mean, if a dude is really mad about somebody else being in his woman's vagina, the only way he can come to grips with that is if he honestly does not care. There is no we shall overcome another man being in my girl's box. Like that just...
It's called forgiveness.
That's something that he has to be cool with.
It's called forgiveness.
That's coming from the dude that got BAS tatted on him.
I understand forgiveness. Exactly. So if I really care, then I'm not gonna be there. Like ain't nobody about to... No. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. How do I think August feels about Jada's side of the story? He's probably feeling like... August is probably feeling like, okay, she not telling everything. That's how he feels.
What makes you think that,
August
though?
said a lot without saying a lot.
What makes you feel like either one of them are hiding additional information?
Well, I think August was just trying to be he was trying to tell the most information without being super in depth and detailed. He basically kept it plain and simple. He said, hey, you know what I'm saying? I love their family. I love Jada. You know what I'm saying? And Will gave his blessing, you know, during the time where we were, you know, between each other. And he said that ultimately the reason why that whole thing failed and why that fell out is because Jada was not able to give all of herself to him.
Or maybe
August wanted a real relationship. August wanted a real relationship, and that's something Jada can't provide. She over here talking about, you know, he made the video with the text messages like, why ain't you answering my phone call? Oh, you got some other chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think August, you know what I'm saying, just got caught up in the fact that this married woman was not leaving her husband because they're cool with it. And that's how I feel.
I don't feel that they're cool with it. So I'll go ahead and just jump right in. I don't feel that she told the truth at the table. Like, I feel like they still sleeping together, or entangling. Listen, ain't no way she didn't just stop messing with him. Like you said, look at them text messages. He made a whole video about it. And then on top of that, she was scared to tell her husband, like, listen, you should have just told him what was up before y'all went up. Huh?
I think, never mind, I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
She should have just told him what was up before they went out there. But he looked like he was crying. Like he stressed out with her. Like he said he was done with her. I don't know what she did to get him back. But whatever she did, she got him. And now they just like, you know, life partners, and they're, you know, that were, yeah, clearly. Because Jonesy would have left. But for the most part, she lied. They're still messing with each other, and that's why she was trying to. They messing with each other. She's not telling the truth about them still messing with each other. Yes, she's like 4.5 years ago, like 4 years ago. No, and no.
So why do you think that they're still messing with each other?
A year ago, he made the song about, basically, it's called Nanya. But he made the song about her asking him, like, who you messing with? And basically, she was still trying to mess with him. But he was, like, low-key, like, he moved on. But clearly, he hadn't, because he, you know, didn't.
Is it facts that was about her? Or wasn't about Keke Palmer?
Her middle name is Corinne. It was about her.
Okay.
It's a middle name. And then, how do I think Will really felt? His whole little feelings was hurt that August was smashing his wife. Yeah, and then how does August feel about Jada's side of the story? I feel like he feel like she's full of, the S word.
But why do you feel like August? Why do you feel like August feels that way though? Because he didn't say anything negative about her, did he?
Not yet.
But he's already expressed other people's responses to this whole situation. I mean, don't you think he would have already said something?
Yeah.
Because he's an emotional pillow talking man.
If they wasn't still smashing, but they are. So, yeah. Don't hate the player. Japan.
My bad. I was crunching on the munch of, look, I know the crunch gonna be too loud for the actual show.
The crunches is real.
For real. What's the good world? This is Will Japan, and I'm back in the land, of course, representing my gays, Trish, DL, and of course my queens representing for the fish. So my take on this black queen who's supposed to be an advocate to all of my black queens, honey, you done messed up. I feel, let me just go down the list first, and then I'll give my general take on it. But do you feel that Jada told the truth on the Red Talk table? My thing is, I think that she told the truth. But have you ever met somebody who, like, they swear up and down they don't lie, but it's like they don't lie, but then they don't tell the full truth at the end of the day, so then they can say that they didn't lie, but they told part of the truth. And that Jada gives me those vibes. Like she swears she never lies, but she just leaves out information. And that's pretty much what it was. It was a roundabout way of pretty much telling us what happened. Like I could have did without her at the end of the day. Like, I mean, I feel like our own conclusions were left just the same as the information that she provided us with, if that makes sense. Even more so to the point where I feel like Will shouldn't have been the one to have to pull out, like, it was a relationship. Like, what the hell is an entanglement at the end of the day? So did she tell the truth? I feel like she did part of the truth. How do you think Will really felt? I think Will was hurt. Like his eyes showed a different type of hurt, anger, anguish, and just a little bit of confusion as well too. So how do you think August feels about Jada's side of the story? I mean, I don't honestly feel like he feels any way about her side of the story. I feel like that he didn't do this to get her side of the story. I think he did this, in my opinion, to promote a brand new album that came out, and he got what he needed, which was publicity, a little bit more clout, and his little fresh burst back out, you know, into the industry at the end of the day. And I just think that that's what it is. And I simply say this, and call me sexist, toxic masculinity, whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. But the way that I was raised, men don't sit around and talk about certain things. And that's one of the things that you just don't sit around and talk about. So the fact that you just, I don't know, I feel like you're crying about it, and then you're, you know, dragging this grown woman, it just confuses me, because I've never just seen a man get on national television.
I got a question for you. Yeah, I got a question. I want to say, I didn't want to try to interrupt you. I just don't want to forget it. So
no, you're fine.
Is that okay? So what you just saying, what August just did, in my term, I will either say that's some, you know, bitch stuff, or that's some, you know, gay shit. Is that more of just a bitch situation, and not, and maybe that's just me being, you know, toxic and whatever, and that's why I voice this stuff where I can be educated on it.
Of course.
So you would say, you would yell out, "Oh, that's some bitch stuff."
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And just because to explain it to you, you know, in the hetero world, I wouldn't necessarily align it with necessarily being gay, simply because only in the straight world, just because it's a female trait, it makes it gay. And of course, gay men embody female traits. So that's why y'all feel that it's a, you know, closest thing. But either way, it's kind of the same thing, but not really. And in the gay community, we don't be pillow talking like that. I'm quick to tell somebody, why are you talking about your business? So no.
Okay. I apologize.
So
thank you for clearing that up.
No, of course, all the time. We gotta have these moments. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. So overall, my thought process on it, I think it was a hot mess. I really hate for anybody's sexual, personal, interpersonal business to go out there.
Unless it's after hours.
Exactly. You can tune in on Patreon.
That's where all the secrets come out.
Patreon.com/brunch time.
Tune in now, and it's about 3 of y'all who promised me that y'all was gonna be in there this weekend.
Ooh, we're about to have a group session.
Listen, everybody knows my secrets.
You can talk about group sessions on last week's show as well too. But anywho, so overall, like I said, I think that it was a bunch of BS. I don't really like that August went out and did that. So to all of my hetero males, y'all took an L with that one. Sorry, y'all 1 point down.
What would we get any points for smashing Jada though?
Oh, see,
you
would have had all the points for smashing Jada, but you told.
Yeah, that is. I mean, yeah.
Like, nah.
If we got 500, then we did lose 475.
Exactly. There you go. So, I mean, overall, I think to Will, I'm gonna be honest. I have a strong belief, and again, it's just an opinion. Opinion's like an a-hole. You know, everyone has one. Just depends on what you do with it.
Yeah. You said that before. You don't need to repeat
it. Listen, that's just my thing. But I feel like that it kind of was a unified situation or something, an understanding of something. And the understanding just didn't go how it was supposed to go, because I think Og was thinking that he was going to come in and swoop like a knight in shining armor and just take Jada away. But I don't think it happened like that at the end of the day. So I definitely think that Will knew a piece of what was going on. Will was involved, you know, for a time period, but I think it got deeper than what maybe the general expectation of this little soiree was supposed to be. And that's Japan's ending comments on Jada's Red Table Talk.
I'll try to flash to me real quick. Do I feel like Jada told the truth? Yeah, I mean, she did that, like how Japan was saying, that walk around the truth situation. I ain't going to indulge all the information unless you ask. She ain't about to say, how many times she got her box tore up, unless Will, potentially could have asked. Did it feel good? I mean, she's going to say, I just want it to feel good.
She already said that. She said, I
wanted to feel good.
Good in a long time. And I just want to
feel
good.
She said, I haven't felt good since Tupac was around. How do I think when it originally happened, I think Will knew about it. And, he even kind of hit it on like the whole, it feels like a press conference. Like I'm having to relive this situation again that I really don't give two F's to relive. But since we are in the spotlight, and I know it's going to help your Red Talk, I'll deal with listening to this BS again that I have to redo. Because I don't care what anyone says. I think if someone that you decide to forgive or y'all decide to mend things back up, you mend them and you don't forget it, but you try to move on from it. So to have to relive a situation that they've already relived once on national TV, and Will ain't stupid. He knows that after this, everybody and mom are going to be hitting him up, talking about, just like how everybody talks about how his parenting is, everybody about to hit him up saying, oh, man, y'all ain't got the perfect relationship that we all thought y'all had. And I think he just didn't want to feel like dealing with all that. What human being would want to deal with all that again? Do I feel like August feels that about Jada saw the story? I mean, I honestly think he just did it just for the clout that came with it. I think, he probably had some serious feelings towards Jada and everything like that. But, I think for him to all of a sudden just mention that, it was a smart marketing move. I hope his album streamed well. But yeah, that's kind of my take on it.
I just have to say that, for everybody who believes that Will was not okay with this, listen.
No, I think he was. I just want to clear. I think he's okay with it because he's there doing it. Does it bother him? Does it bother him? Yeah, just like he compared it to a press conference. That's like Hillary Clinton back when.
I didn't believe anything that Will said. I didn't believe because Will is an actor.
What did he say that was? What did he say that was so?
Not that much of an actor. She's okay.
But wait. What did Will say that struck to where? Oh, he's just acting. I mean, he was actually just asking a lot of questions.
Let me tell you why. And I don't know why my Libras ain't here with me because I'm a Libra. If I'm possessive over something, there is no way that I'm about to get on TV. Everything that is in production, Red Table Talks is a production. It has an agenda behind it.
Make money.
That's why I don't believe it.
It makes money.
I believe it with a grain of salt. And
do you mean to tell me
that's what
you have not? Have you ever been in a really long relationship?
My longest relationship is probably the relationship I'm in now, where it is for sure.
That don't count then. That's why you don't know.
Well, all I'm saying,
I understand forgiving people.
If they just accidentally slip up and entangle.
No, I understand forgiving people.
That's not an accident.
Things happening.
You entangled.
Y'all are not together.
Look, she thought about it while she was saying it.
Yeah, that's not an accident.
But truth be told,
I can't even say.
It's been hints of them having an open marriage back in 2003. It's like this day all the way back in.
Do they still have an open relationship?
I don't know if it's open.
From what they presented, I don't think it's open anymore. Like it did enough damage to where they stopped doing that.
She said we was broken up. Like she was like we were broken up.
Yeah, that's clearly not an open relationship.
She said that clear. We were broken up.
And let me say this also to my ladies out there, and again, I'm going to go back, to the stereotype, whatever. Even if you do break up with your man, ladies, you should not be out there hopping on the next choo-choo train for, I'm talking 6 months to a year.
How y'all know?
They can do whatever they want
to. They be
She
waiting.
was in a relationship.
Yeah, they was doing that while they was in a relationship, dog. They be waiting. That box be
She was
craving.
Like, he was sick. He was sick. I had to kill him.
Yeah, she was reminiscing. I bet you she took off her panties. They are soaked. She was reminiscing.
Japan said all his ladies that, you know what I'm saying, if you and your man are on a break, don't go jump on. Listen, all my fellas, day one, you know what to do with it.
Oh, of course, the dudes know that, but I'm just saying that at the end of the day, females, baby, if it gets word around the curb, gets that you smashed another dude, that's not your dude anymore. That's not your husband anymore. You're gonna get dogged out. You're gonna get tricked around. Like, it doesn't work that way, ladies. Stay on your throne, be a queen.
Yep, and then
find a new hobby, and don't jump on the next.
You're gonna be hurt because it's gonna come out.
That's
and he's
all
gonna be like,
oh, sorry, Judy.
Sorry,
Judy. We gotta get moving. Yeah,
yeah. Sorry.
All right, well,
this topic got too good.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump right into our Black business plug. Japan, take that away.
What's good, world? It's your boy Japan, and of course, I'm representing all the gays across the land. We cannot forget our DL trade Trish, and of course, representing our fish. And in this particular Black business plug, we have our LGBTQ meets our fish, aka our queen. So I'm super excited to kind of express this Black business plug and give an interesting backstory on how the brunch time was involved in this particular business and where we're at now. So super excited to announce it, and super excited to more so announce that they are an LGBTQ business. So let's get into it. Today I am announcing a brand new wig boutique company. It is called Wear with Pride, WWP. So if you guys have here lately been seeing a lot of hashtags WWP on it, again, it is Wear with Pride. It's a brand new wig boutique that is CEO'd by Travell Burge, Cameron Carter, and Kenny as well. So you can check out any three of them and check out different custom wigs, sizes, and business aspects. There should be some pictures on the screen. So essentially, this is a brand new business that started around last year. And it started from a conversation, and I'm going to take all my real brunch time fans back to a time period. There was a time period that we were discussing on brunch time, DL versus regular gays, and I was kind of educating you guys on the difference of it. I unfortunately ended up kind of putting one of my friends out there, on a platform by accident, and it kind of turned into a little ordeal. But long story short, amidst this conversation that we had almost 6 months to a year ago, this particular friend told me, friend, I wish I was doing something, more so like hair and wigs that would give me more money, something within the community, of course, the gay community that would be able to make me more money, because we all know when it comes to hair and makeup, the gays are making a killing. It's a little bit of a stereotype, but it's the truth. So long story short, fast forward into now, from that small conversation, they're having a successful wig boutique company, again, by the name of Wear with Pride. So it just goes to show you people, don't let anything, including your personal setbacks, stop you from, starting your new business. So I wanted to share that small piece of it. Let me get into the details really quickly. Again, the title is Wear with Pride. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, by searching simply Wear with Pride. They have a website that is currently under construction at the moment, but it'll be up here within the week. And again, they do different things like closures, wet and wavies, and just different types of body links and wavelengths and all that good stuff. Miss Judy can kind of get into that in a minute if she'd like.
I will.
But I'm just going to thank you. So I'm just going to share two quick things that I want to share, from the CEO about the company and the general things that they want the world to know, and then we'll kind of wrap it in. The CEO states, our business started honestly last year. Again, they wanted to start the business because just generally having the lifestyle of talking about things but never actually putting them into action So once they decided to put it in action, it kind of just came about from there. Again, sometime last year. Okay, so long story short, the meaning of Wear with Pride, which is where I wanted to get to. Wear with pride, the meaning behind that is that whatever you wear, you should always wear with pride. Have pride, and most importantly, be prideful of your hair. Even if it's just a wig, it's yours. We want to make sure every client we service is to feel their best whenever they wear their custom units. We hand make our units as of now until we're able to get to sewing machines. So if anyone is looking for services, we do take our time. In fact, we take our time to construct the wigs to make sure there are no flaws with all of our custom units. And again, we have so many more great things coming that we are ready to show you all. Again, check them out at Wear With Pride on Facebook, Instagram, their websites. And again, show this brand new Black-owned business some love. And y'all, these wigs look real good for them to just be started. So definitely.
Yes, and for it to be man's doing this, like they look really good. Y'all know I used to wear all the wigs all the time, so you can't tell me nothing about no wig. He plucks his frontals, he does everything, and he also installs them. So a lot of y'all don't know how to install them. Y'all just be buying wigs and just throwing them on when they need to be installed. So hit them up. I'm telling y'all, don't go wrong. Wear it with pride.
Absolutely. Hashtag WWP. And again, check them out. Let them know that Brunch Time sent you. They'll be able to work out individual deals with you when you mention the Brunch Time. So yeah, y'all check them out. Support. If y'all need any info on them, again, Facebook, Instagram, their website, or of course Brunch Time, and you'll be able to check out some direct links to their page from there, y'all. So that's your Black Business Plug of the Week from Japan.
Dope. Is that Neighborhood Barbie?
Yes, that is the rapper.
Oh, okay. Because she's a rapper. But no, that's what's up. Hashtag WWP, Wear It With Pride. We are going to jump into the last segment. We need to go ahead and tell y'all about Brunch Time After Hours, where we keep it raw, real, and unpeeled. If you like potatoes.
What? I had a good comeback, but I had to catch myself.
What?
It just came to me.
Yeah, it's cool. Let it come to you. Just fly off, dog.
So today's topic, we're just gonna go ahead and throw it at you. How do you feel about sex in public places or work? If you're trying to be a part of that conversation, go ahead and follow us at patreon.com/brunchtime. Get it in now. Go ahead and subscribe, commit, because we're about to, right after we wrap this up, we're jumping right in and we talking about it.
It's only $1 for a whole month.
We could possibly pick our next topic. What y'all want to know?
Commit $1
for a month. That's it. It's not even every episode. Just 1 month. Just a little bit.
You got $1 in your pocket? Well, hopefully in your wallet.
Sound like a DeRoe verse. Not $1 in your pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you guys start rapping.
Judy, take us home.
Listen. Well, guys, that was fun, but now we have to get back to our everyday life. So please go like our sponsors at Brunch Time it is on Facebook, Instagram, and as well as Wear With Pride. Thank you, guys.
Signing off from Japan and the Land.